Hello, welcome back to Carter Halloween. Today I'm going to be reviewing the dropping mechanism from Spirit Halloween. So I'm going to start off this review by giving a little background on this item. The dropping mechanism is part of Spirit's Build Your Own prop line, which they premiered in 2018 in stores. The dropping mechanism has come back every year and is a very unique item. I've had my eye on this item since it first came out in 2018, but never got around to buying it until recently. And I just think that this is such a unique item, and I'm so glad that someone thought to create this. It's so simple yet so complex because there's so many ways that you could display it in a haunted house or a Halloween room or even for a Halloween party. It's just such a cool item, and I'm so glad to finally own it. So the dropping mechanism retails at Spirit Halloween for $32.99, and that puts it at about $26 or $27 with the 20% off coupon, depending on your state's taxes. So I think that this is an okay price for the item. I mean, something like $25 could have been better, but really you can't complain with what you're getting because, like I said, this is just such a cool item and so underrated. There are so many ways that you can use this in a haunted house. So taking a look at the item itself, you will see that it varies slightly from the box photo. Here you have a spring sort of mechanism instead of the hook, which is shown on the box photo, which I'll show right here. And really, I reached out to guest services to ask them about that, and they said that this is a redesigned item to have more of a keychain effect when you're hanging something on it. So let's take a look at the control box. You see there's an IR sensor, off and step pad option, the 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter, which is like the Techie Toys adapters. I use mine from the Sitting Scarecrow, and you can also buy those at Spirit. There's also a battery pack for, I think, 4 AA batteries. I'm not completely sure on that. There's a step pad jack, and you can actually use the multi-propper mode, which is really cool for this item. That's what I plan on doing, and it's perfect, so you can time it perfectly. And then there's the IR sensor, little area for the IR sensor that is included. And this is about 4 foot along the cord, so you can position that somewhere and have it right when someone's walking by. But I think that in my haunt this year, I will probably use it with the multi-propper mode, just so I can time it more well. So this looks like a speaker, which I don't understand because obviously this prop doesn't have a speaker. And then this is like where the prop drops, the motor. This is the front of it. That's what that this text right here is also on the step pad and try me buttons from Spirit, so it's the same company, I'm guessing, Grand Talent. And yeah, so it's really cool. You just Velcro it onto something. That's the kind of hard part about it. It's if what you're Velcroing it on is too big, it won't fit on, but I'm sure there's some way to get around that problem. And here I just have a generic Dollar Tree ghost on it because I haven't gotten all of my, like floating heads and stuff, or you know what I mean, like heads, severed hands. I haven't gotten all of that out of storage yet. So this is what I'm using. And what is so weird about it, if the item isn't heavy enough, it will not drop. So I actually have some batteries taped to this. I know that's kind of stupid, and obviously I won't have that on Halloween, but just for demonstration purposes, I have that. And so yeah, that's the item itself. It's really cool. And now let's just show a demo. So as you saw there, upon activation, the mechanism drops whatever you have hung on it very quickly. I would say it drops at about 3 feet or so down. I should measure that. I'll probably put that on the screen if I measure it. But so yeah, it drops down and then it waits about 5 seconds or so, and then it slowly rises back up. One of my favorite parts about this item that most people would see as a flaw is that the motor makes a very loud noise when dropping down. Though some people would find this as a flaw and would prefer for it to be silent, I think that this is actually cool. I think that will scare people possibly more. Like another example of a prop that like this is Peekaboo Penny from Spirit 2015. Her head, when it pops up, makes such a loud noise, it actually makes it more scary in my opinion. So yeah, it drops down and then it rises up slowly. And my issue, I mean, the rising up, it does also make a very loud motor noise, which is kind of a problem, but it's really worth it for the amazing jump scare effect that this item has. And like I said, for the price of $25, you're getting a very good deal. And it's, I think so far, it's been pretty durable. It does sound like it's wearing itself out, dropping and pulling up like that. I mean, who knows how long it'll last. So far, I haven't had any problems, but I only bought it a few weeks ago. So hopefully it will last for Halloween seasons to come. Who knows? But yeah, it is a very cool item, and I highly recommend the dropping mechanism. And I'm going to give it a solid 10 out of 10 because I think this is such a unique item. And though it's not exactly an animatronic and some parts are sold separately, it is such a cool thing, and you can use it in anything, which I love. And I also think it's really nice, like I said, with the multi-prop remote, all of the different options on how to use it, step pad. You know, it's so cool. You can have it hidden out of your haunt visitor's view and have something drop down their heads. It's really cool. I really think that this is such a unique item, and I highly recommend it. And I will link down some Spirit Halloween coupons in the bio and the link to purchase this item so that you can possibly purchase one for your own. This is such a unique item, and like I said, I highly recommend it. And thank you all so much for watching my first ever review, and I'll see you next time for the review of the Hauntress.